Welcome to Principle-Based Labor Relations, Montana Consulting Group's self-led course and guide for anyone dealing with workplace issues under a collective agreement. We've designed this to help both union representatives and managers work together using the same logical principles that arbitrators use to understand and resolve everyday disputes that come up when working together under a collective agreement. We've designed this as both a course for learning about working under a collective agreement and as a reference guide that you can go back to whenever a problem arises and you're wondering, is this okay? Could we grieve this? Or I'm going to get a grievance. Can I really defend the decision we've made? You're going to be able to use it as a reference guide in those cases. You can treat this like a course and go through the 15 chapters in order, or you can jump straight to the topic you need right now. Whether you're dealing with a request for accommodation or a potential discipline case or a question of contract interpretation or a dispute about a job competition, to name just a few examples, you're going to find a lesson that will guide you to a solution that you can be confident in. We're going to show you the key factors that arbitrators look for consistently, because there's not an employer version of labor relations and a union version. There's just the principle version. And the principled version stands up to scrutiny. We strongly believe that shared principles, not blind compromise, is what builds a foundation of mutual respect between the parties to a collective agreement. We didn't invent these labor relations principles. What we've done is collect them, and we've collected them from literally thousands of arbitration decisions over more than 70 years. And we've collected them from real world experience. And we've distilled them into simple and practical guides for non-lawyers on both sides of the bargaining table. Too often we hear, oh, well, arbitration's a gamble. You never know which way an arbitrator's going to go. And that's absolute rubbish. Yes, there are occasional rare cases that are outliers. Sometimes they are overturned in the courts. But it may sound smart and cynical to say, well, arbitration's a gamble. But the truth is that labor relations jurisprudence is remarkably consistent in principle. Sure, the facts vary, and that affects the outcomes of individual cases. But if you dig past the headlines and understand the logic behind the decisions that arbitrators have made, you'll see the consistency. It's not magic, it's method. And it's a roadmap that both union representatives and employer representatives can use in their everyday work. If we can think backwards from what an arbitrator is going to say, we can use it as a guideline for dealing with cases that come up every day. Disagreements between unions and employers and grievances could have been resolved long before they reached arbitration or avoided entirely if the representatives on both sides of the table had simply applied the principles that the arbitrators were using on a regular basis to sort out their differences. And that's what this course gives you. It's a practical, principle-based guide that will help you to make wise, fair, and defensible decisions in your daily work, no matter which side of the bargaining table you represent. We strongly believe in the importance of both unions and good management. When both sides of the bargaining table operate from shared principles, we get stronger and more respectful workplaces and better outcomes, not because one side wins or the other side wins, but because both sides understand the rules they're playing by and want to make the right thing happen.